What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. If you haven't already subbed in, sub in. And welcome. You all are definitely welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Hit that like sign before you get out of here. Show that love. And don't forget, you need 12 games over a 30-day period with the first 3 games free, or you want to jump in on Dollar Dash, text 443-717-1848. You only got to text 3 words. You want in. That's it. Other than that, get the free games we get out. And Sports Edition 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win without a pass and still want to show love. Alright? Now, let's get to the chop. Let's get to the chippity chop. So, as we have been noticing, and now we really realize it, incident after incident just make it more noticeable. But we got a lot of, we got fighters that are not around for legacy. We don't, it's like, and that's probably why so many people don't watch the sport no more. That was watching the sport for people to get accolades and do legacy type shit throughout their career. They have something to remember them, what they did. For what they did. So, before I even really get into talking about this, I seen Shakur over on Najee channel doing an interview. Now a day after, 2 days after this incident with Keyshawn. And Shakur, you over there telling Najee that you a 135-pound fighter when they brought up the fact that you made the dumbass statement of going to fight the guy, what's the name, at 154. I can't even, the Conor Ben. Going to fight Conor Ben at 154. You talking about going to fight Conor Ben at making noise about fighting Conor Ben at 154, and because he brought that to your attention, you keep wanting to go back to, you bringing up shit about why Devin ain't fight Boots, which ain't even make no motherfucking sense that you bring that up, that Devin go fight Boots. When that don't have shit to do with you saying you want to go fight Conor Ben, but yet and still you didn't want to fight Devin at 147. That shit ain't make no sense. Everybody said cool with the 144. The 144 ain't took place because you said this stepping on the toes shit. Shit that we're going to talk about. My thing is, Shakur, you are not a 135-pound fighter. You're not a 135-pounder right now. You are a motherfucking champion at 140. You are not a champion at 135 at all. The champions at 135 right now are Zapata, Muratalla, and Abdullah Mason, and you ain't fighting none of them. You ain't scheduled to fight none of them. So what the fuck is you talking about 135? You ain't fighting nobody at 135. And as far as we concerned right now, it look like you ain't unifying with no champions at 140 where you are a champion. So what the fuck are you talking about? And then I find out, so Shakur, you was actually behind the scene. I'm hearing that Shakur was behind the scene telling Keyshawn he could get $5 million to fight Devin. And Keyshawn listened. And Keyshawn listened. But Keyshawn called himself the businessman? The businessman? More like the bad businessman. So check this out. I was listening to what's the guy? Sean Zittle and Sean Zittle and Radio Raheem. If you ain't subscribed to Sean Zittle or Radio Raheem, go subscribe to them too. Good professional boxing talk channels. I like how them guys talk. But Sean Zittle and Radio Raheem, they was on some deep things. They was talking about some deep things as far as what they was talking about regarding to the Keyshawn Davis not taking the 2.5 mil and pretty much ducking Devin Haney. Because that's what most of us see that as. I definitely see that as a duck. That's a duck for me. For me, that's a duck. That is a duck. Radio Raheem brought something to my attention that, and this is very true. This is very true, y'all. You know what? We got a bunch of fighters coming to the sport strictly to make money. Strictly to make money that they can make in the sport without facing opposition that they pretty much feel inside their own heart they can't beat. And they don't want to get beat up in front of a lot of people. They don't want crowds of people watching somebody beat them up. But they pretty much continue what they do. They continue to use the name and do a lot of Twitter talking strictly to keep their own names alive, y'all. We might as well go ahead and catch on to what they doing so we can start ignoring that shit and not even feeding into it. We see what's going on, y'all. As fans, we might as well deal with it. Or as fans, supporters, whatever you call yourself, supporters of the sport, whatever we want to call ourselves, we need to deal with it. Now, we see what's going on, and we know how to deal with it. We should know how to deal with it. They do things like, these fighters, all of them, they do things like tell other fighters who to fight them. We done seen Tank do that. We done seen Shakur do that. We done seen both of them tell other fighters to fight somebody to fight them. And they not really fighting the fighters that we want them to fight. You know? And it started, and I'm gonna tell you something, it started back with Floyd. It started back with Floyd. When Floyd promised Manny Pacquiao that if he signed to the PBC, then he would give Manny a rematch, when deep in Floyd's heart, he didn't want to risk fighting Manny again at that time because, of course, the O meant a lot to Floyd, and that's why he closed out at that time against B minus Andre Berto as his retirement fight, instead of rematching Manny or what else he had a chance to do, or going for undisputed in his retirement fight against my guy in the UK. Y'all know Kell Brook. Yeah, going against Kell Brook, who had that IBF belt. You know what I mean? And that would have made Floyd retire undisputed. Floyd could have fought Manny or Kell Brook in his retirement fight. And these guys was watching that shit. These guys we talking about right now, that's fighting right now, they was watching all that kind of shit. They was paying attention to that shit. And they following the blueprint, but following it in a worse way. In a way worse way. Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, and Richard Hitchison all admire the O that Floyd never lost. Giving y'all some real shit. Yeah. giving y'all some official real shit. Just official real talk. Real shit. Listen, I can clearly see how each one of them all operate under the same fucking protocol. All of them. All of them call out A-level champions or fighters on Twitter just to keep their names relevant. That is 1,000% true. I done seen a few boxing channels talking about this, and everybody who is saying this, y'all are 100% correct. Yes, that is true. That is true. That's what's going on. They do that shit. All of them call out A-level fighters or champions on Twitter. They only do it on Twitter or these other little sites that you catch them on just to keep their names relevant. They actually have been having Twitter finger boxing careers. Twitter finger boxing careers. These guys are no more than a bunch of Twitter finger guys. They're Twitter fingers. Nothing but a bunch of Twitter finger guys. Think about it, y'all. We don't see Moses Atama or who else? Alexander Usyk or Dmitry Bivol or Boots Ennis or Fondora. Not even Devin Haney. You don't see not Devin Haney. We don't see Anui or Shushu or Bam Rodriguez, Bam Bam. None of that. None of that out of you don't see none of that. No Twitter fingers out of Abdullah Mason. All over the place just calling motherfuckers out. Knowing the fight that ain't something he trying to do. Just don't see that. You don't see who else? Raymond Moore Tyler or Dalton Smith at 140. All these A-level, we talking about champions. Why we don't see that with them? I don't see that with them. None of them throughout their careers. I just see them beating shit and going to the next situation. That's all I see them doing. And waiting for the next situation. With these guys that be doing all the talking. And they can't get fights with them. With none of them. You know, why we haven't seen Tank versus Raymond Moore Tyler, Shakur versus Raymond Moore Tyler, or Tank versus Dalton Smith, or Dalton Smith versus Shakur Stevenson, or Antoine Russell versus Tank Davis, or Shakur Stevenson versus Antoine Russell. Why that's not happening? Why we don't get a mix up like that? Why they don't get a mix up of that? Why we don't get none of that? We'll fuck around and see Dalton Smith fight Raymond Moore Tyler, and they not even in the same divisions, but we'll see them two fight before Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson fight either one of them. Think about it. You don't see, I don't even see, even though we just seen Lamont Roach lose to Zepeda. Big ups to Zepeda, and Zepeda look good too. Zepeda look good. I like how Zepeda came out there and put on a show against Lamont Roach. But you don't see, like I say, Lamont Roach just lost, but you don't see Lamont Roach doing all that extra for nothing. He don't be doing all that extra shit for nothing, all that Twitter shit. And all these sites making all these call outs and this and that, not making fights. Making a whole lot of noise, wasting 6-7 months doing all that talking and making noise, and nothing is happening. These doing all this extra. These dudes doing all this extra, wasting, letting time go by, and find out these boys is pretenders. They pretenders. Keyshawn Davis has the motherfucking audacity to call himself the motherfucking businessman. He called himself the motherfucking businessman. Like I said earlier, he might want to redo that, and change that. Make sure he get the shirt that say bad businessman. You need that shirt. You need that shirt. The BBM shirt. Bad businessman. Yeah. Shakur sit on Najee and say, these guys, he's sitting there talking about Devin Haney and them, and Bill Haney camp. These guys got a way of making things look like it's me or it's Keyshawn, but in Keyshawn's case, there is no fucking excuse at all. So I don't know what the fuck Shakur talking about. In Keyshawn's case, there's no excuse at all. Back in a couple years ago, when you and Devin was going to fight, when Shakur and Devin was going to fight, Shakur was entitled to more money because Shakur was entitled to more money because Shakur was a 2-division champion, unified at 130, come to fight Devin for undisputed. So I understand Shakur's argument back then. I understood that. And I know Devin didn't want to fight at 135. I keep everything straight down the middle. I know Devin ain't want to fight at one. I know Devin was telling Bob Erm he wanted to go to 140. He wanted to get the fuck out of the division, so that's why he wasn't trying to wait around to see if Shakur could get more money. Point blank, that's all that was about. But I understood that back then. I mean, I understood that, but Keyshawn don't got that same argument. Because Keyshawn is only a 1-division champion with only 15 fights. And he never made $2 million to fight nobody. He was just offered 2.5. He never even made $2 million to fight nobody. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he even made $1 million to fight nobody. As far as I'm concerned, he's still been getting 6 digits to fight. So a motherfucker getting six digits to fight with only 15 fights, not supposed to be asking for no more than no motherfucking 2.5 mil at all. See how I keep shit straight down the middle? See how I remember back when I said that shit about Frank Martin making 200,000 in the previous fight before he got offered $1 million? He supposed to take that motherfucking $1 million with Shakur. Of course. You supposed to take that motherfucking $1 million with Shakur. You not a good businessman neither. That's not good business at all. You know that your highest paid $250K and somebody offering you $1 million and you asking for more and you haven't done shit. You not even a 1-division champion. Frank Martin never been a champion. The fuck? Because the people that used to hear me say this about Frank Martin, they never thought that they would hear me talk like this about Keyshawn. They didn't know I was this motherfucking down the middle with everything. Yeah. Keyshawn only had 15 fights. He not supposed to be asking for no more than no motherfucking 2.5 mil at all. In them 15 fights, you haven't even made $1 million with nobody, and you only a 1-division champion. For you to turn that down at this point in your career was the worst. That was your worst move, for sure. That was the worst move in your career. Like I made the other day, I was telling y'all in the video, best move was re-signing with Top Rank. Your worst move was not taking that motherfucking 2.5. Because who else you going to get that with? You ain't getting no money like that with nobody else. So I don't know what the fuck you thinking about not taking that money. I don't know where you go from here. These guys have gone delusional as fuck, thinking that they superstars. And they never even done pay-per-view buys over 500K or better. They haven't did 500K or better yet, thinking they superstars. How the fuck you can think you a superstar? You never even did a fucking pay-per-view that did 500K pay-per-view buys or more. 500K pay-per-view buys or more. You still haven't done that, but you consider yourself a superstar? And you let Shakur tell you that? And if Shakur told you that, I think Shakur was fucking you over. Because he know motherfucking well you wasn't getting no motherfucking $5 million. $5 million for what? What? Shakur can't be that motherfucking slow to think that shit. These niggas think they Floyd Mayweather in their third fight. The fuck out of here. They skipped the fuck out of Pretty Boy. All of them. All of them that I'm talking about, they all skipped the fuck out of Pretty Boy. They came straight into the game in their third fight thinking they money made. Yeah. Delusional ass dudes for sure. Delusional dudes for sure. Hate to hurt y'all feelings, but each and every one of you Twitter finger guys, y'all pretty much been a waste of time to the sport of boxing. Just thought we'd let y'all know. Throw a buckle up, let y'all know that. Y'all have been a waste of fucking time to the precious sport of boxing that's been so great for so long until you motherfuckers interrupted. A terrible, terrible thing. A full waste of time to the sport of boxing. Anytime you motherfuckers get to the point that you scared to try to go be a champion and use what you gotta pay to hold a belt and all that kind of dumb shit with all the kind of money you making, that shit just, it's sad. It's sad that these kind of characters have interrupted out the fucking sport we love to watch. It's sad. Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Tank Davis, and Richard Hitchison, all at this point known, all of them to this point are known to be a bunch of clout chasing fighters that will never be undisputed. All right? I'm letting y'all know this right now. And y'all can put this on, keep this in your recordings, and remember, Buckle Up told you. None of them will never be undisputed. I'll let y'all know this. Because in their hearts, they're scared to death of the 50-50 opposition in their divisions. Yeah. Pretty much. They are scared to motherfucking death of the 50-50 champion oppositions in their divisions. All right? So what it's time to do, what we gotta do, it's time to put these guys on the back burner. All right? It's time to get these guys on the back burner, to the back of the bus. Get them on the back burner, because we need to watch the Abdullahs and the who else? The Oshaki Fosters and the Anuis and who else? We need the David Benavidez's and the Boots and the Fondoras and all of these real guys. All of these real guys. Even, again, the Devin Haney. Yeah, all of that. We need all of that. We need all of the real guys that fight to leave legacy. All right? That's what we need in this. That's what we need in this sport. That's all we need to see. I'm done with the clout chasing. I'm done with the clout chasing Twitter guys. See y'all on the get back.
Depending on the mood that I'm in, I might holler. I love seeing niggas get shot, and I like dollars. Light a Dutch, pour the yak, take a light swallow. It's funny cause my criminology is white collar. Depending on the mood that I'm in, I might holler. I love seeing niggas get shot, and I like dollars. Light a Dutch, pour the yak, take a light swallow. It's funny cause my criminology is white collar. Bow down to no man, no need to stress him. Stand up and pray just to receive my blessings. And only go back to the future or to the essence. So you better get a tutor or either review your lessons. Dope wayer, the yay cutter, smooth as shea butter. Classy but I stay gutter. And it ain't like I'm bragging or I'm boasting. I just don't give a fuck about niggas' emotions. I'm well determined, dedicated with devotion. Never a smooth sail, it's rough water in the ocean. High in the ranks, I'm hotter than you think. I throw the chinchilla in the fire like Frank. Money is an issue, respect make you much more official. You can lose them both from a pistol. Nigga, nobody is next to. It's never a drought. The joint just go up a few points extra. Man, I was point guard, you was point Dexter. Maybe the same cloth, definitely different texture. I took the base route, you took the pace route. You got accepted in, I got chased out. Routines with chic haircuts from Safe's house. Dust heads naked in the hallway, spaced out. I'm on a higher echelon. My niggas do push-ups with the cards till the entire deck is gone. You already know we extra strong. And the AK is on the same dresser that the tech was on. Godfather, 38s in the restaurants. Headshot so you could go and keep your vests on.